All right, we're live. All right, this is going to rewind a little bit into episode 0. I'm going to go on and do some more in this notebook on randomness and fitting data, and just to explore ideas about category and mathematical categorization and classification. Just as a background also to learning more Python, and we're going to dive in. And we'll back up. I really appreciate this video by InventiveHarvest because he expresses some things that I can then go ahead and we can get interactive and I can answer some questions. And also because it's a very useful video, I'll add the link to his video. He figured out what he needed to do to follow along and be able to do the, have hands-on experience with the code that I'm working with, and obviously make his own code, modify and follow along in the rest. So that's awesome. And what he had figured out is, in fact, to install Anaconda, and that's something most of you will want to do. I put a link to Anaconda. You can also install something called Enthought Canopy. This used to be a package called EPD. They both have free versions. They both, I think, also want to charge. Anaconda might be more free. I'm not sure. I've never used Anaconda. I've used the Enthought stuff before. And these are Python systems that are include and can install hundreds of packages, something like a couple hundred packages. It says right there, 195 of the most popular Python packages for science, math, and data engineering and data analysis. And really just a lot of cool software, and certainly the software that I've been showing you so far, and some other stuff we're going to use like pandas. I will get to a point where there's some things that you might want to install yourself, and so this is good that you can have it on your own machine. It's also possible to install it. This is the way I install it. If you have a Python environment or you're working in Linux where it works really well, a program called pip that now comes with Python, and it'll install things from this PyPy site. And this is not just scientific, but this is really every Python package generally is in PyPy these days. It can be very useful because it'll build the software for the machine you're installing it on. That sometimes can be important with modern operating systems like most of you will have, even in Linux like Ubuntu. It's not an issue, but if you want to install on like Red Hat Linux or CentOS, Amazon Linux, you really need to use pip. All right, and then the last option is a site that you can use to not even have to install it yourself, and it's called SageMath. .com. I guess there's a .org version. You can install Sage yourself, but if you get a free account here, you'll be able to run the Sage notebooks and also ipython notebooks. So that is that. And thanks again, InventiveHarvest. I'd be happy to answer anybody's questions. Somebody also asked what's the, or maybe it was also InventiveHarvest actually that asked what screen sharing I'm using. He screen shared already, so he must have figured that out as well. But just for everybody, I'm just using Google Hangouts. So, and I have audio on this machine. So I'm logged in and I'm sharing the notebooks from my Linux machine. All right, cheers. I'm going to have another episode soon going through the random data and the code in more detail. And this is the way I'll be showing the Python programming details of how that language's syntax works. We'll be making something that works, and then we'll go over it a few times until we totally understand it. The final thing is that I will be publishing my notebooks that I use. So maybe I'll add a link. I'll make another video. I haven't decided. Maybe I'll use Google Drive. Maybe we use Dropbox, or I'm just thinking of using my own website, it would not be difficult. So more on that later, and thanks for watching.